Good Monday morning on this October 6th. Hope everyone had a super weekend. You enjoyed the 80s. The 80s streak is over for now. More on that in a moment. We'll get to the Fall Festival forecast as well. We do this each weekday starting at 8:30. Mitch and Casey along in a moment. I'm going to go right to the rain and storm chances. October, typically a dry time of year. But our rain's going to be early this week. We'll have excellent chances this afternoon, tonight, and then Tuesday. Alicia, James, Mohammed, Suzanne, Trevor, good morning to you. I'm going to a quick shout out. Jamie, Kelly, Corey, thanks for tuning in. Try to shout out as many folks as I can. So there's the opportunities for rain as we go through the week. Now, Wednesday, we could have a few leftover showers in the pre-dawn hours. In aggregate, we could see 1 up to 2 inches of rain. So the primary threat, we've talked about adding an alert day, would be for minor flooding overall. Storm Prediction Center, we're not risk for any severe weather, and I think during the daylight hours, we should generally stay storm-free. So those are the risk levels, and generally, we're in a general risk. Now, within that, once in a while, we did about 1 month ago, had a severe thunderstorm warning within the general risk, but not expecting anything until generally after 10, 11 o'clock tonight for a few thunderstorms. And I expect everything generally would be sub-severe. And we do have a flooding threat. I still think we're all right here during the daylight hours. It generally would be late tonight. And then where we'll see a good soaking is Tuesday morning during the commute. And then we'll be seeing showers taper off a bit. Now the main front, now all of our showers today are streaming in from the south. And so we have some returns across the area. There's the front, it's a good definition from about Wichita and then badgering up through about Madison, Wisconsin, up through the UP. So that's going to cycle on through tomorrow. So right now we'll just do some nowcast if you're tuning in this hour. Again, we do appreciate it. We do have some light returns, Spotsville, Mars Township, out towards Wadesville, daylight. Out towards McCutcheonville, and Leopold out towards Perry Central, Tell City. It's primarily rain. We've had no lightning. I'll show the wide view here in a moment. Muhlenberg, Ohio, and then Owensboro and Davis County, some showers there, which primarily just rain. So you get out towards Sargo Elementary and then out towards Maple Mount, Owensboro. Boy, that was a great light show. We were over there on Saturday. That was so cool to take. I couldn't get to all the events on Saturday, so I'm sure they'll do it again next year. And Central City, Greenville, Drakesboro, Central City, kind of the heavier rates of rainfall on the board. A quick look at the 6 and 10-day outlooks. We're still guiding above normal through the 16th of October, even though we're going to have a few days this week that'll actually be a little bit below the average. Let's run down temps. This will be our warmest morning of the week. Temperature's not doing a whole lot. The clouds will continue to lower. I think I have the cloud decks in here. I love this chart. Generally overcast skies, and clouds will be down to about 1,000 to 1,500 feet. We had very few clouds all of last week. So as we go hour by hour, I just updated this. New data comes in from some of our models each hour. But we'll have even chances for some light rain at lunch. I'm heading down there. I'll be at the 14 tent. I'm not sure. We're giving away some tote bags. But I'll see you down there in a bit. And then temperatures, I put a high of 77. Some areas that still hold on to some sun, we'll see a high of about 80, but kind of look at the low to mid 70s. Hopkins, Muhlenberg, and Ohio counties, you're going to be in the rain initially, so you'll see higher probabilities here early, but primarily just rain. So as we go hour by hour, this just updated. Winds out of the south, about lunch hour, showing some showers. And then as we go to the afternoon, areas there in yellow. Now this could set up anywhere, some heavier bands of showers during that time frame. This takes us to 3, 4 o'clock. And then 5, 6 o'clock, looking forward to Jeff's mystery food tonight. Pretty sure he does that on Monday. And then as we go through tonight, some showers. And then look what happens early tomorrow. I'm going to be in a little extra early tomorrow for some showers and storms. This is where I think we'll have our greatest flooding threat, would be Tuesday morning during the commute. You guys know the drill. If you have rain, especially without the benefit of daylight during the commute, sometimes you could have a few extra accidents. Hopefully we don't see anything like that. So a couple waves of rain. I would be surprised if we're bumped into a risk for some flooding and along with a few severe thunderstorms. But again, the main culprit would be that flooding threat Tuesday afternoon, this is looking pretty optimistic that showers are becoming scattered, but I think we'll have some rain around during the afternoon as well, but it starts to thin out a bit. And then on Wednesday, most everything is out. Now Wednesday should be the breeziest day of the week, where we have winds at 15, gusting to 25 miles an hour. So mainly clear of clouds on Wednesday. And there's really nothing lurking out there. It's showing fairly breezy on Thursday as well. I'm using the European model. Then on Friday, another front tries to organize. We might add a few clouds and a spotty shower. And then it looks good for parade time as we go into Saturday. But it's going to be noticeably cooler. I'll take this full in a second. So as we go through Wednesday, a high of 71. And we'll have lows crashing all the way into the 40s during that time frame. So I'll go ahead and take this full. Thanks for tuning in here on a Monday. The Fall Festival is here. In 2007, on the final day of the festival, which was the 6th, we had a high of 90. Hey, Leslie Chapman, you can catch her out on 14 News. She's done a great job, the pride of Arizona State. She'll be in here. Kelly, Jamie, Shelley, Corey, Suzanne, good morning to you. Boy, I'm starting to learn. I'm just going to keep talking here, but wait, Mitch is wrapping me up. No, shout out to Mitch, was live at the Fall Festival here this morning. Casey's in the house as well. All right, hard rap. I guess it's telling me in the back, I talk to hear myself talk. All right, guys, have a great Monday.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Well, good morning, and thanks for joining us here for the news portion of your stream show. I'm Mitch Carter.
That's right. I'm Casey Mason. Mitch, welcome back to the station. You were holding it down out there on West Franklin Street for us.
I've got my casual Monday garb on down there for live interviews this morning. Lots of fun. Things are happening already.
I would say, where's our food? But it's a little too early. I don't think they've fried up the grills just yet, so fired them up. So it's Monday, October 6th, which again, as you have guessed by us bantering here, it's Fall Fest week here in the Tri-State. Yeah. So we're going to recap a couple of our morning stories from today. One of them, of course, is just talking about the safety down there at the Fall Fest. So happening today, like we said, it is the start of the 104th West Side Nut Club Fall Festival. Over the next week, thousands of people from across the Tri-State and really the country for that matter will all be flocking to West Franklin Street here in Evansville. As we told you, Evansville Police are really gearing up to keep you guys safe. They're going to have concrete barriers to better protect from vehicles driving through the area there, and a temporary no-fly zone is going to be in place, prohibiting any drones from flying over Franklin Street and the surrounding area as well. Police do plan to have officers on the ground, also on the roofs of the buildings down there, and overall just several security cameras will be installed so the officers can watch closely.
Every year we modify it, we add, we take away, and we make it better every year than it was the previous year. We've been pretty fortunate here, and I think it says a lot to the buy-in from the community, the Nut Club, and the police department that we have a huge public safety presence.
Well, authorities also say with this expected large crowd down there, just go ahead and make sure that you and your family have a plan prepared in case someone gets separated. Police also advise parents, I think this is great advice here, take a current picture of what their child is wearing that day just to make it easier in case officers do need to locate
Every
them.
year,
Absolutely. And if you need some help getting to Franklin Street, Mets will have a lunchtime shuttle to the Fall Festival there. Officials saying there's going to be several pickup and drop-off locations over there near the Civic Center. That's going to run every hour from 11 to 2 today through Friday. The drop-off pickup area on West Franklin Street will be there at Wabash Avenue towards the end of Franklin Street there every quarter hour. More information on the route can be found right now online at 14news.com. And officials say standard bus fare does apply for all passengers.
And hey, since we're talking about it here, let's go over that Fall Fest schedule today. At 10 this morning, you're going to have the Half Pot booths opening up along West Franklin. Reminder, you can also buy tickets anytime online as long as you are in Indiana. You're going to have the two-man scramble at 11, 2 o'clock. All those rides are going to open. 6 o'clock tonight, the UE basketball team is going to get introduced on stage, which is pretty cool. It's over at the Bossy stage. And then at 7 o'clock, there's a lighthouse parade. Now, I haven't heard about this one yet.
Yeah, they have a bunch of floats and everything. It's what it sounds like. A bunch of floats go through. It's pretty neat. It's pretty cool.
Okay, self-explanatory. And then 8 p.m., you know I'm no stranger to this one. This is Amateur Hour Night 1 of that talent show down there.
You going to make an appearance?
You know what, guys? Bring her back. She's going to come back with a vengeance. I didn't win, so I got to come back for my title.
Absolutely.
They're gonna be like, why is this mid-30s lady up here performing with all these children? So anyways, to wrap things up here, Mitch, what do you say we talk a little bit about this here Half Pot?
Let's do it.
So it's inching towards the 500,000 mark as we speak. At last check, we thought it was around 486,000 or so. I looked right before we came in here.
Yeah.
So
It was kind of neat. I was down there interviewing Justin Getling, who is next year's publicity chair at the Fall Festival. We had him all morning long on Sunrise, and he was talking about it. We were watching it go up, and he said it's so weird that they normally don't see it climb before they open the booths. But obviously, you can buy tickets online now. So all morning long, 6 o'clock in the morning, it is already going up.
that explains it.
Yes. And so they anticipate, a pretty good turnout there. I know last year trying to break the record of 2 million and some change. I think they've got that in the bag already. I anticipate they reach the 500,000 mark. No problem. Honestly, probably before lunchtime, they were getting pretty close.
What do you think? So what do you think? Maybe like Tuesday we're at 1 million?
I don't know if it takes that long.
Okay.
That's a hot take. I know. Well, I guess it is today's Monday. But that's the thing is now they open up. People will go down there for lunch. Every year, day one of the Fall Festival, for those who are familiar, been down there, everybody shows up for lunchtime. You get out there, you get all the grease while it's fresh. Everyone's grills are fired up. So it's always really fun. And then all week long, it's busy, especially to see that uptick on kind of Friday into Saturday as things are wrapping up. People think, well, it's pretty high now. I might put in for that. Similar to like Powerball here. Oh, when it reaches a certain point, well, I guess now I should put it in case I win.
I've had my
you know
friends
what I mean?
text me that live in other states. Can we all go in on this?
Yeah,
I was
right.
I'm keeping it for myself, ladies.
Absolutely. And like I mentioned there, you get your tickets on time, online anytime, but only if you live in the state of Indiana. Important note there.
Yes.
And then booths, like I mentioned, there will be open all along West Franklin Street this week here. Like you said, though, they're not open yet, like the in-person booths, so it was strange to see it climbing kind of on its own. It had some autonomy there. I know, right? But the record there, the goal is to beat last year's record. That was $2,070,000. I think that is no problem.
$2,071,071.
Yes, we're on the way.
$1. Yeah. So, real quick, can you explain to me when did they draw for this and kind of how that all takes place? Not to put you on the spot here.
Oh man.
Is it maybe Saturday? We'll have to.
I feel like they wrap everything up, and I think I don't think it's that day.
Okay.
You're gonna, for any nut clubbers, anybody watching, and if I'm
I
dead
like
wrong,
just
I
put you on the
apologize.
spot.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
so
have the script in
sorry.
front of me.
Way to go,
but I want to say, and please bear with me, I'm off the dome here. I think it's the next week they draw, and they take a little time to find the person. Usually, people stay anonymous. They might send someone forward, so we'll have to see.
I'll stay anonymous. You'll just know when I'm not on
just
Sunrise
see her
the following week.
at work anymore. Yeah, now we know. But it should be fun. It's always really cool. And like you mentioned there, things kick off here around lunchtime this morning. Rides open up at 2 o'clock. And so, should be a lot of folks out there.
We are going to have full team coverage down there. 14 News is all about it. Great work again this morning.
Thank you.
Of course, we'll be back in action again tomorrow. I think that pretty much does it for our streaming
I think I'm
show
good
today.
to go. Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll find out more details on how they pick that winner
when
that all happens.
We'll have it for you, I promise. Right now, it's 8:44 here on your Monday morning. For those joining us this morning, we appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. And of course, we'll have more coverage throughout the day in our midday shows, another streaming show, and then evening shows. And a little look ahead here. Casey Mason.
Guys.
joining them in the evenings.
I promise.
For a while.
I won't forget about my Sunrise family. Of course, Miss Sweet Jamie French is off the latter half of the week, so they're going to bring me into the Nightside team. I never get to see our wonderful Robinson Miles.
It's time.
So this will be some bonding time for us.
And you are in his element there. This guy loves the fall festival.
I'm so excited.
So,
I am actually happy because on the Sunrise crew, as you said, the booths aren't quite open yet. So I'm definitely going to get full advantage of eating food later this week as I fill in for Jamie on the evening newscast this week. But I'll miss you guys. You know what? Just don't forget about me, all right?
Next week we're back to normal, but starting
like, we'll
it's Wednesday. Yeah, we start Wednesday.
Yeah. So tomorrow, I believe you're going to be back in action down there live.
Yes.
I'll be holding it down in the studio for us, and then Wednesday I'll be doing the 4, 5, and 6 p.m. on through the rest of the week with Rob.
There you go.
All right, and then we're back to normal Monday,
Yes.
and full of fried food, and maybe a couple pounds heavier.
Absolutely, the suits are going to be hurting a little bit. That's okay. Right now it's 8:45 here. For those joining us this morning, we appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow.
That's
Take
right.
care.
Pack a rain jacket.